Radiant team pick.
Good afternoon, evening, everybody. This is We Like Dota League, and we are almost done with Season 2 here. Yeah, Saints and Sinners versus Salty Fishermen, and only one team is going to advance. So basically, we've pretty much we've managed to squeak a Doom in here. Kind of surprised. This is pretty much the Leshrac of 6.85, and pretty much when he gets through, he usually wins, and more often than usually. Ember and Clock got banned out, and Lena and Silencer got banned out, so I'm kind of curious as to what Salty you're going to pick here. Ironically, Shaker is still up for grabs. Kind of hoping Salty wound up picking him.
10 seconds remaining.
Pretty much both teams have been almost entirely undefeated. Salty, I think they have like 1 or 2 losses. Saints and Sinners, I believe, have 1 loss.
Reserve time.
Or they're entirely undefeated. I think they have 1 loss. That's it. 2 massive powerhouses in this league. Finally coming to blows, so I'm really excited to see this match. Best of 3, so we're gonna see how this goes. Doom is pretty much has a built-in radiance with the level 4 Scorched Earth now. That's what makes him so powerful with the recent buff. And a Spirit Breaker, possible offlane, and right into a Phantom Lancer ban.
Radiant team ban.
Makes me wonder. Considering you have a 2 strong AoEers, it pretty much phases out a Phantom Lancer right off the bat. Shaker's still up for grabs. Just makes me wonder. Getting
10 seconds remaining.
Getting some Led Zeppelin in my head right now, just making me wonder.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm very curious as to Salty's strategy going into this game, especially with the Doom on the board. Anti-Mage is very difficult to play with a Doom on the board. If he gets doomed, he's literally helpless. You pretty much have to man mode or just run for it. You can't even blink out. You literally just have to hoof it, and then you got a Spirit Breaker to worry about. It's actually quite difficult to get your farm in with a split pusher.
10 seconds remaining.
Even a Nature's Prophet split pushing with a 20-second cooldown on your teleport is quite difficult with the Spirit Breaker constantly being able to charge back and forth.
Reserve time.
I am very, very curious as to what Salty you're going to pick here. It's got to be, I'm thinking jungler, something solid, like a solid jungler carry, like a Lifestealer or something. It'd be a little more, I think a little bit more safe, and then you could have a 4-man roaming team kind of handling defense. It's not really part of Salty's arsenal, though. Lifestealer's not really something you see in this league. He's valid. He's just not commonly played in this league.
10 seconds remaining.
Some guys have been holding on to Gyrocopter a little bit. But even in the Pro Circuit, some people have been holding on to Gyrocopter, but to the effect of
reserve time.
At best a coin flip, at worst having maybe 25 to 30 for 35% win rate. It's been at best a hit or miss. Salty got there, and even for a Darkseer, it's a bit difficult with a Spirit Breaker on the board. They've got their split push in effect. They've got this. They've got the surge. He's gonna have to max out surge quite quickly. Hey, okay, so well, they've got some solid team fight. If they were thinking about a Winter Wyvern or something, they're gonna have to think twice. It's not like they can't pick them, but Cold Embrace, it's gonna be difficult at best. I'm gonna go with the Lich instead.
Radiant team
probably a better support, getting the Ice Armor, more of a defensive support lineup. You got Chain Frost, you got a slow, you got multiple slows really. You got actually what, 3 different types of slows? The Chain Frost slows too, doesn't it? Yeah, Chain Frost slows, Frost Blast slows, and Ice Armor slows. So multiple slows.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I'm honestly at a loss of what Salty you're going to pick here. You've got some pretty solid team fight. They've already got 3 AoE supports, all of which are fairly squishy. Jakiro probably getting a Yules. AA probably getting a Midas. They still need a mid, and they still need their hard carry. They still need a mid that kind of transitions into a hard carry, like say Shadow Fiend or something.
Sven stands ready.
The mostly underrated
Dire
Sven.
team
You gotta
pick.
love this guy. He can also get in. He can also get in deep too. He can turn, like guys like Spirit Breaker and stuff. He can really turn fights around.
Radiant team
That AOE
banned.
stun is just bananas. All right, might see another, and Sven can mid too. I mean, it's not like you can't do that. And Saints and Sinners with the Zeus, most likely a support
10
Zeus.
seconds remaining.
Or he could mid. He could put Spirit Breaker in the mid
5
and rush him to
seconds
6 and start
remaining.
running around like crazy. Zeus could mid.
Reserve time.
A lot of intelligence heroes on Salty's side too. And I gotta say, Pugna, he's been played maybe once or twice this entire league since the middle of August, I think it is, or late August. And he's such a good counter to so many of these guys, but you just don't see him. He's so unloved.
Dire
Yeah, Anti
team
would be a good
banned.
pick for Saints right now. He could farm the lanes while Doom farms the jungle.
Radiant team
Would not be a
pick.
good pick for Salty with Spirit Breaker out there. And Doom. Doom would just shut down Anti hard. They do ban out this Shadow Fiend for the mid. That's a fairly safe ban on their part. They do need at least one more physical damage dealer who could also take mid. Sven could do that, but Shadow Fiend could also do that and leave Sven at the safe lane. So that's a pretty good ban
10
on
seconds
SNS's part
remaining.
there.
5 seconds remaining.
Looks like everybody's here. No
Reserve
stand-ins.
time.
White Panda
10
and Ben Greg
seconds
are
remaining.
on Saints and Sinners.
5 seconds remaining.
That's the last of the reserve time. Our mystery guest will be Dusa. Physical damage in the safe lane. So
Dire team pick.
actually that might be a mid. Dusa in the mid possibly. That's a lot of range damage pretty much all around here. Sven's going to be diving in deep. Pretty well balanced lineup for Salty. And Saints are going to need their own agility carry probably. I'm liking Salty's lineup. I was a little worried and a little concerned, but they certainly
10
balanced it out with their
seconds
carries.
remaining.
And
5
Sven with an Ion
seconds
Shell is going to be
remaining.
pretty sweet too. Can make it hard for Spirit to dive on anybody against an
Reserve
Ion
time.
Shell. And this next pick will decide whether Zeus is going to go mid or not. I apologize if my mic's picking up. I'm sucking on a cough drop. I've been doing a lot of Join Dota Season 8 too. I was going to do Colorado Dota replays. Catching up on Wednesday. I was sick all week. But apparently it was giving me Source 1 replays when we're deep. We're like almost a month into 6.85 and it's still saying, yeah, it's a Source 1 replay, you can't do that. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, this was 2 days ago. So I gotta sort that out. And they go with the Weaves. So that's a safe lane. So we're probably gonna see Zeus in the mid. So Jack and AA and you and Darkseer are gonna have to worry about that nuke. Alright. Alright. Oh, they did have to get Ben and Greg back in there. Alright, so for Saints and Sinners, we got White Panda on the Doom. I Hate You on the Spirit Breaker. That's pretty appropriate. Eliu on the Lich. Ben Greg on the Zeus, most likely in the mid. And Leon's taking hard carry on the Weaves. I'll give you a Salty's lineup in just a sec once everybody's gotten in here. Not sure who won. And I will say, this is, I have, after seeing a bunch of different leagues, Colorado does a coin flip, and Join Dota does a coin flip to
Prepare
figure
for
out
battle.
first draft and first choice and all that. Join Dota is the, or rather, We Like Dota is the only league that has a predetermined order for who gets first pick or first choice, I should say. All right, so for Salty Fisherman, Mr. Robot is going to be taken up top in the lane solo with the Dark Seer. Dare, or Dare if you're Japanese, is going to be taking Jakiro. Setebello going to be taking the Dusa. Buzzbee going to be taking the Sven. And Kiwi on the Aichen Apparition. And what we normally don't see any smoke ganks right off the bat. Hell, in Join Dota we usually don't see any smoke gank. It's usually less than half the time. Most teams content pretty much across the board to just help themselves to one rune. Unless it's an Alchemist, in which case the opposing team that doesn't have Alchemist will contest whatever rune the Alki is on. In which case, if they're a little late to that rune, it becomes a bit of a scramble. And they see that they're stacked up pretty much for... Lane's going to help himself to that top rune. Realize that nobody's contesting it. Big old scramble for the bottom rune. Ben Gregg's going to be like, okay, that's too much. And Mr. Robot's going to go ahead and block the creeps. One rune each. Actually, yeah, one rune each. Realizing that Lan's helped himself to the top rune. They're content to give up the bottom rune. Interesting ward rune there. They did ping it out. And even Siki, who was casting this game while it was live, is pinging that out as well. I'm not sure if Kramer is with him on this one, but Siki was definitely there. Siki and Kramer have been doing a really good job casting as a duo pretty much this whole season. Hats off to them. Alright, so we got a dual lane lands and I Hate You. That's going to be a rough combo, and Mr. Robot's going to have to toe the line. You got two dual lane down here, but Mr. Robot's going to be... He's played quite a bit of Darkseer this league. He's going to toe the line of balancing enough Ion Shells to one, harass, which is going to be difficult. He's got, you know, a range carry. He's not going to have much problems at all. But he's also going to have to make sure that the lane doesn't get pushed up too much to where he doesn't get XP and gets too far. You know, the lane gets pushed up to the point where he's not going to... He's going to be sticking his neck out too far and gets himself killed. 3-on-2 down bottom here. Surprisingly, a Doom in the off lane. Usually you'd want him a little closer to the jungle where he can grab himself a tasty, delicious creep, get himself some abilities, but one thing you'd have to worry about as a Doom is make sure you get the right creep. But if you constantly have Devour off cooldown and you don't have to, you know, if you don't have to micromanage your abilities so much, you can just constantly eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and you can speed up the amount of experience you get and the amount of gold too. This is a little bit more of a greedy build. And that is a mid-Zeus. Got a bottle, just got delivered. Runes are up. It's going to be invis bottom for Jack. Not going to be... That's going to set him up with a... It's got the level 1 ice path. Not level 2 yet. He might be able to set something up in the mid, but... Bit unlikely with just a snake. Level 1 snake. Might be able to soak up some XP. He's even being a boss to the point where even while invis, he's not even soaking up XP. He's gonna have to help himself in the jungle with some liquid fire later, but he's gonna have to stay competitive. Right around the 10-minute mark and the midpoint game where people start roaming around. When you start having a support that's not level 6, you become an easy target, and then you start falling behind more and more. It's become the, you know, toeing that line. You basically you're on the razor's edge constantly, and so many times supports find themselves in a spot where they find themselves the easy target. They get picked off again and again and again. I mean, not just the ultimate, but just the critical stats. Just having those just a little bit extra stats to push you over the edge. Just having a couple extra stats, a little bit extra health that'll keep you alive. It's just so critical. Stats. White Panda's finding himself a little low on health here as he actually, the chilling touch from 3 different heroes wearing him down a little bit. Scorched Earth is going to top him off enough to get back to the tower. Bit of a close call there. And lands, finding himself with a little bit of an ion shell. Will manage to pull himself back. Shikuchi at level 2, he's going to be alright. I hate you is kind of behind him a little bit. And iRobot wisely not going to vacuum right now. He's got 2 points in his surge. He's able to get himself out of a jam if he needs to. He's actually going on I hate you a little bit, who's only level 3 versus level 5. Find himself a I hate you is actually the easier target right now. He's got enough levels to keep himself competitive, but man, he's gonna against the solo offlaner. It's kind of like the Broodmother situation where he starts pulling it further and further ahead. You start becoming an easier and easier target. Nice pulls and stacks though. Jack able to help himself with a little bit of liquid fire, at least, you know, a parting shot. Whittle away on some creeps as he rotates in and out. Only level 2 though at 4 minutes. Is starting to fall behind a little bit. Yeah, level 2 here. Fortunately, some others are kind of in the same boat as him. I hate you, still only level 3. Kiwi, his teammate, still only level 3. And Busby actually still only level 3 with a tri-lane. Surprisingly, a little bit behind here. I think that's courtesy of Doom eating creeps there. No, that's he's eating opposing creeps actually.
Thanks.
So we have 5 minutes. Mid's already hit mid-level 6. It's set below. Ben is almost there. Just about there. This creep wave should do it. Put him really almost there. Just about there. Ooh, Ben. Ooh, I hate you. No, no, okay. I'm on the wrong side of the map here. Here we go. Still in last hit mode here. Land's actually hurting a little bit. He's got a salve on the way with some boots. And he's actually got some treads pretty close. Robot thinking, damn, this is really tempting. And White Panda, and he actually found Dare. That scorched earth will keep him up against the ion field, and then he creeps, no problem. But he doesn't want to overextend or anything like that. Cetabella's actually found him, and he's got the. He's not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna push his luck at all. Trying to drag him into. I hate you. He's not taking any chances at all. That's a wise move too, because dealing with the stone gaze, you don't want to mess with that. Ben Greg does have his ult, but he doesn't have mana. He could pop the regen at any time. They are playing it safe. We're 6 minutes with no kills yet. Saints and Sinners are playing the safe route. They want to combine their ults together. They want to combine their skills together at the right moment. Particularly Ben Greg's ult. That's the main factor. I think they're trying to get people set up at the right moment, like getting I hate you near somebody that's about to die, so we can pick up some XP. Trying to align the stars at the right moment. Meanwhile, Lands getting the Shikuchi in, but he's running through a double ion shell into a vacuum. Oh man, a little greedy there. Double ion shell doing work. Damn, that hurt. Double level 3 ion shell, even through Shikuchi. Ouch. And Busby diving in on White Panda, but nope. Double slow. At least one slow. And here comes the cavalry. Big blue missile. Did I mention it's a heat-seeking missile? He's gonna go ahead and cancel though. Wise decision to cancel. Under the tower. No idea what's behind him. Unfortunately, Kiwi's still only level 3. Dare's still only level 2. Even the I hate you that's still behind has managed to catch up to level 4 and catch the ice path. Unfortunately, doesn't synergize. The cold feet didn't catch in time, and now only level 3. Wasn't almost level 4 there for a second. With only 2 branches for stats. Busby now in trouble. Doesn't have a 6. He's got Warcry. Give him some speed. He's probably thinking about using it right about now. Ice Path catches only 1. It splits him down the middle, but not quite enough. Dare is thinking, well, I'm dead. That's going to be 2. So they turn the big whoops up top around. Some early rotations working out pretty well. Busby's going to stand his ground, but still thinking, yeah, they're still here. You know, they're Doom just eating up creeps, and now he has his name. He has his namesake, and this is what they see. They see a Spirit Breaker walking away, but they, for the most part, they For all they know, they're still around. Yeah, okay, they're going to catch a glimpse of White Panda here. That's about as non-white or non-panda as you can get, by the way. And look at this fucker. Busby's still holding his ground, still getting 6. Very soon. And unfortunately, look at the support, still not even close to even halfway to 6. This is some bad times for Salty in the support section. Kiwi's trying to stay out of sight and absorb a level or two. He's hanging around, you know, this is helpful. Still trying to be helpful. Picks up 4. Maybe another point in the chilling touch, maybe? Nope, gonna get Vortex. Dare did a really good job stacking camps, but unfortunately not able to grab any experience or anything while he was at it. Hopefully this will be a chance for Busby to grab the jungle and they can hang out nearby. On the bright side, though, Derdusa, Sedbello, picking up pretty good farm here, level 8. He could rotate to a tower almost at any time. Robot doing a pretty good job himself. He picked up a kill up top. Unfortunately, Lands is going to come in, and the time lapse is going to go ahead and he's going to get himself payback. So that's pretty much a 1-for-1 trade up top now. And we're at 10 minutes even. We're going to get a... Okay, Kramer was there post casting. The duo continues to do work. Siki and Kramer. Busby continues to tick away, halfway to level 6, and the map control from Zeus. Has even had it. He hasn't even needed to pop his ult yet. Yo, I hate you diving in on Sedabello. Is gonna pop a Stone Gaze sooner than later. Ice Pass will slow him down. Pops a Stone Gaze. Hasn't even had a chance. White Panda gets stopped before he can even pop Doom on anybody. He's gonna go. No, Kiwi just gets roasted on just random damage because he's so low in level. He only has 1,000 gold net worth. Fortunately, Dare was present, or at least survived that fight. He'll pick up level 3.
Dire's top tower is under
Ben
attack.
just getting eaten up by that snake. Ouch. Jeez. Being very conservative with his ult too. Just waiting for the right moment. We got a bracer done now. We've got, this doesn't look like a Midas build. Looks like a fighting build right off the bat. Now Set helping himself to these creep stacks, courtesy of Dare. And Busby still getting his work done, getting farm in. That wand's done. Can get a Morbid Mask in just a few seconds. And Mr. Roboto going toe to toe with Lane's getting back. He's gonna suck him in. Not quite able to get the Ion Shell on him. Now he's doomed. Can he hang on long enough for this to tick away? I don't think so. Not with the Scorched Earth and a couple of hacks. Might get lucky here. Set. Nope, not gonna work. That first Thunder God Wrath of the game. Ben Gregg's gonna take him out. We're hitting 12 minutes. We're gonna have an Illusion Rune up top. First one to break 4K though is gonna be Sedabello though. Pretty tanky in his own right now. Got 1,500 gold, might get a Midas.
Under attack.
And it looks like possible early Aghanims, maybe. We'll see. Might be an early Force Staff. There's a lot of different ways you can go with that. It's got Arcane already. Fortunately, Kiwi picking up a little bit more gear. A little bit more. Maybe you can go into a Midas himself now. Lands. Doing alright. Oh, we got a lot of action in the jungle here. They're just nothing big. They're just gonna pass by and grab some twigs and berries. Dare, where's he going, buddy? He is just caught. You can't even. They just hacked him. Just a random crit, courtesy of the pack leader's aura. Courtesy of just eating a creep. Didn't even have to do anything. Popped the Scorched Earth just for good measure. That's all he had to do. Busby though doing a good job staying alive at least. Poor Dare, all those creeps he stacked up. It was more of just just like get away from my creeps. More than anything. White Panda staying very competitive though. The staying in the lane, constantly eating regular creeps is paying off. Not too worried about getting the perfect creep and maintaining that. He's just eating creep after creep in the lane. Seems to be working so far. They've got 3 in the top 4. Busby right behind them though. It's honestly the top 6 are really close to each other. The top 6 are within
Radiant's
1,200 gold of
bottom
each
tower
other.
is under attack.
Busby is going to get spotted 3-on-1, not looking good. He's going to get a stun off. Is the Doom up? No. Oh, it is, but he didn't even need to do it.
In the 7 hells.
So we've got Scorched Earth coming down now.
Radiant's
Doom is up,
bottom
though.
tower is under attack.
7-1 so far, and Kiwi and Dare are just like, damn it. 14 minutes, I'm level 3. Ice Path? Nope. Just the residual stun clips Dare for a huge chunk of damage, and Kiwi getting picked off yet again. Probably thinking, Set, we need your help, buddy. We're getting throttled here, dude. And the Doom alone will kill him, pretty much. Well, fortunately, the Tranquil Boots are healing him up, but I hate you is not going to get away with that. 9-1.
Dyer's middle tower is
Somehow
under
Set
attack.
is staying on top of this, but the lead is starting to rapidly increase. Ben Greg helping him. Yeah, they're just keeping that jungle well under control. Set is keeping the farm. Yeah, he's doing well, but the rest of his team, the rest of the enemy team, is just starting to pull ahead too far. He's got to do something with his team to keep ahead. Mr. Robot's taken to the bottom now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Problem is, they're
Dyer's bottom
spread out in
tower
2s
is
and
under
3s,
attack.
not so much like 4 and. It's not so much like a 4-1 spread. It's like 2, 3, 1. They're spread out in 1s and 2s and 3s and stuff. And against their 2 and 3 right now, it's just too strong. Again, Dare getting caught out alone. And the true sight is working too strong.
Is under attack.
Again, getting caught out alone. Here, whoop. That's the problem. They keep getting, their weakest links keep getting caught out alone. And this is what I was talking about at the very beginning. Support's getting caught out alone. When they don't have ults, they don't have gear, they just become such easy targets that morale is so high they can just roam the jungle all they want. And that actually puts them pretty much on top.
Radiant's middle tower is under
With the
attack.
exception of 1. However, we do finally have the Ice Blast. It's going to clip 2. Ice Path will miss. White Panda will not be able to use Scorched Earth for a bit. It is actually was popped and it will
Radiant's
not
middle
heal.
tower has fallen.
So he loses Scorched Earth for a little bit there. It's done. Kiwi will finally get to a little bit of a start on his Midas, so he can get a little bit of a comeback Midas going. Busby, now they've retreated back to their side. Busby's got to be thinking about what he wants to do. Got to be a little more careful. They do see him, and they've got the charge going. Busby is in trouble. He's pretty much dead now. He is completely isolated.
Dyer's middle tower
This is
under
the split
attack.
push thing I was talking about as well. You cannot split push with a Spirit Breaker on the map, especially when you have a coordinated team to follow up with it. And now Stone Gaze is down for a pretty long duration, about 2 minutes. Okay, minute and a half. You cannot split push with a dedicated Spirit Breaker charging all over the place on the map, especially when Nether Strike is up. Down for now, but gonna be back up soon. On the bright side, Dusa is still hanging in there, but the rest of his team is completely
Radiant's
falling
bottom
behind.
tower
11-1
is
in
under
net
attack.
worth. 11-1 killed, I
Radiant
should say.
structures are fortified.
White Panda with Blink, plenty of stats, plenty of movement speed.
Radiant's
He can
bottom
pretty much go
tower
up to
has
almost up to
fallen.
full haste if he pops his drone. Just shy of full haste if he wants to stay that way, with Scorched Earth in play. Doom is up, and he can just keep on eating creeps. And Sedabello, pretty close. I mean, about halfway to a Scotty, I think, a little over halfway. If we get an early Scotty, we'll still be in good shape here for Salty. Dare, is he at level 6? No, still level 4 at 18 minutes. Has to be frustrating.
Damage.
At this point, he's at
Dyer's
just
middle tower
one level
is
of
under
everything to
attack.
just get a little bit of value. However, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because, look at this, we got 2 pushing bottom, 1 to back them up, and everybody else is split. This is where it gets, yeah. This is where teams start making critical errors, getting a little overconfident, but Saints and Sinners are reeling it in. They're a little more disciplined than that. They're not going to make that critical mistake least at this juncture. They've got some decent wards up. They see that everybody's defending. They see him all coming. Pop Scorched Earth. They're actually waiting for an ambush here, but they still don't have their whole team with them. Here comes White Panda. Busby gonna get the first stun off. Coming in with the Ice Blast. Not gonna get that Scorched Earth heal. Down goes Busby. He's going down. He's still got a little bit of fight left in him. There goes the ult from Zeus. Now Dare's going down. There's actually 3 down already. Turning it all back around on them. They're doing this with 4 and not their whole team. That is Saints and Sinners. Cetabello, almost the last one to go down. Mr. Robot's here, trying to give him the surge or something. They put the wall on him, turning illusions back around, but fortunately White Panda might go down. They still got 1 on Saints and Sinners so far, but yeah, Mr. Robot might be able to put the hurt on him. White Panda's skills are almost all down. Blink is back up, now Scorched Earth is. So that was a 3-for-1 trade. Yeah, the ambush successful. Bengreg in a little bit of trouble, but it looks like he's going to get out. White Panda's actually coming back in for more. Busby has already respawned. Nice path will miss just barely. Blink out. Wow, White Panda's being ballsy. Ballsy move here. They eat a creep on his way out. And they're going to get the tier 1 tower in the process. Lane's going to help himself to pretty much a whole creep wave. Actually, Kiwi's going to get most of this. Gotta be careful about it though. White Panda's just pretty much having his way with this map. His ability to just go anywhere he wants. And now Kiwi isolated with the charge inbound. They just keep forgetting about the fact that charges. White Panda gonna get ice blasted, not gonna matter. Here we go. Fortunately, there was enough reinforcements there, but the constant urge to want to push out and be alone, try to 1v1 people with constantly, there's a Spirit Breaker on the map. And soon to be a Bloodstone or possibly even Octarine. And we're going back in. This amazing amount of aggression on Saints and Sinners. But it's selective aggression. It's like very much like poker. They're timing their aggression well. They're not overextending. Although I would say that play from White Panda, dancing all over their side of the, like dancing all over here, that was a bit greedy. He's a bit lucky that they didn't, they weren't able to chase him down. Game one looking pretty good right here. I'm kind of surprised the gold lead isn't as big as it is. Isn't bigger than it is, I should say. Most of the net worth is pretty much in Cetabella's pocket right now. He actually almost has a full Scotty. But the rest of his team is pretty much has nothing right now. Dare still is a level 5.
Dire's middle tower has been
That has
denied.
got to be the most annoying thing in the world right now. And this is where one mistake can lead to another. He just wants level 6 so bad that he's willing to go out so far from his teammates. And he's fortunately, White Panda showed himself first, and he was like, all right, fine, I'll go back. Just missing the DD rune. Okay, the ward will show it. We might see our first Roche around 22 minutes here. Looking like a prime opportunity for him. And the Zeus vision giving him tons of map control. This is Saints and Sinner vision and Salty vision. Obviously a lot more going to Saints and Sinners right now. Whole lot of things need to go right for Salty and a whole lot of things need to go wrong for Saints and Sinners, but the amount of discipline SNS are showing right now doesn't look like that's going to happen. If they keep playing like this, it's probably not going to happen, that is. Ice Blast will reveal, will at least show the direction they're going, if nothing else.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
A little bit of space for my creeps there. Fortunately, Silver Lining, Dare gets 6. Dare gets 6 and the Scotty is done. Huzzah! We got Mask of Madness for some faster attack speed. Does make him vulnerable for a bit though. Hopefully, oh, they got vision on Dare and they're charging. They got, oh, they do see the ward. They're taking it out. They might preempt them to cancel the charge. No, they're going for it. Is he gonna pop? Is he gonna hold another strike here? No, ice path. No, a lot of damage. He has so much damage right here. Nope, not even gonna get the no macro fire or anything going on. Here we go. Ice path coming in. There goes the stone gaze. Ellie's gonna go down. Yep, he does go down. That's a 1-for-1 trade.
Is under attack.
Chain Frost pretty much bounces off creeps. Roboto going down. That's 2. And Ben coming in. They're sure they want to do this. Their hardest carry is down to less than half health. They're pretty aggressive with this here. They're going for it. They see the opportunity. They're going for it. And they're going to do it. Bouncing them back and forth through the wall again and again and again. Cetabella really wants to keep going for this. Oh, the snake. They managed to get those illusions, thankfully, with the spread shot. They do get the Spirit Breaker, though. They do get I Hate You. And Set will manage to get out. That was a 2-for-2 trade on supports, pretty much. Whew. That was close. That could have gone a lot worse. 2-for-2 trade, but considering the net worth of SNS right now, that was actually a comeback. And Blink Dagger, and hopefully a little bit more gear there. Fortunately, Dare pretty much getting the worst of that. He will get a little bit of creep action in the middle. I'm pretty sure as soon as I Hate You gets back up, he's going to be charging somebody. And they did get a little bit of map control back because they got that ward out of the bottom of the river. So you got to give Salty credit for not giving up. And Kiwi is, well, no Midas. Going full support mode. So Ring, Scotty. What's up next for him? Possible Yasha, possible Manta. And what's on the way here? More wards. They're keeping their side under control. The Aegis is still in hand for Doom for a couple more minutes. It's got to be feeling pretty hot in his hand though. Yep, 2 minutes to go. I was feeling about that much. 28 minutes, pretty much exactly on the nose. Mr. Roboto pops a ward just behind him. That was really fortunate. Finally some things go in the way of Salty. A little bit of good fortune not running straight head first into him. They see pretty much good chunk of them at the bottom. That Ice Blast will reveal pretty much the rest of their team.
Radiant's bottom tower
They might go ahead and sacrifice this tower for a little bit of a push, but that will the tower will go down before they even arrive at the top. And the TP scrolls are pretty much there. They're gonna go ahead and rush those racks with the Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, they're gonna go for it.
They're
willing to trade a tier 3 for a tier 2. They're gonna Doom on Kiwi, but no, that's pretty much a wasted Doom. Busby's gonna come in, drop the Storm Hammer. Literally dropping the hammer. So a tier 2 for a tier 3 and a tier 2. Stone Gaze is going to put him on the run. A decent hit on Ellie there. They're going to turn it back around. Oh, they got Ellie. And another Ice Blast. It's going to hit Ben. And a Roboto. Nice, decent wall. Busby in deep trouble. Yep, he's going to go down. We get the macro fire out, I think, for the first time this whole game. White Panda in trouble. Burning. Cetabella, we got 3 down on Salty's team. Gonna be 4. And that's gonna be a set of racks right there. They're the only survivor with no gear. Complete team wipe. Buyback from Cetabella. These guys are really wounded here. Snake would hurt bad. It's gonna bounce. Oh, it's only gonna bounce on 1. Nice. Can't complete the juke action there. Nothing but spread shot to his name against all this damage. He's trying to just get a pick off on somebody, just get the creeps or anything. The rest of his team just has no respawns. White Panda slowing him down with the Shivas. Here comes Kiwi again with an Ice Blast. And now we're tier 4 tower damage. White Panda's extending a little too far. Even with the Scorched Earth, he's going to have to run into a tier 3 tower. That's going to be taking him out. But that's a full set of racks down. They're coming in. They want some more. They want some payback. They're going to get Ben. They're going to get him. crack the Aegis, crack Doom, crack Ben, but they lost Rax. So all in all, us Saints and Sinners still coming out on top on that one. We're looking at about a 15,000 gold game, roughly, give or take. Respawn timer's still fairly short in this middle to early late game. That sounded really, yeah. That's like you're like 33. You're in your late early 30s or your early mid 30s.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Everybody's almost up. Ice Blast. Shallow ends get quick lands. Yeah, Thunder Gods is up. Yeah, we'll be able to get this tower, but at what cost? Because here comes Doom. There's the Thunder God. Doom is up too. He's coming in deep. God damn, he's moving fast. Pops the drum and everything. They got 2 for that one, including Busby. They stone him. Oh, they got Cetabella too. That was a dieback. 70 seconds too. They might be able to get another set of racks here. Lands and Ben leading the charge. Nope, actually behind. I hate you and White leading the charge. Fortunately, we got a tier 1 tower buffer. Oh wow, Kiwi barely escaping with your life there, buddy. Cutting that one close. He's almost got an Aghanim's. And level 2 Ice Blast. Speaking of which, here it comes. Clip 3. Ellie's probably thinking, I'm really glad I didn't buy a mech.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
We unfortunately on the run. The heavy artillery out in the front lines, that usually doesn't work out too well. Dare might go down to the scorched earth. That was close. White Panda almost got clipped by the Ice Blast. He's like, I'll shrug off that Macropyre. I got my own fire. He's able to blink back in at his leisure. Got Doom back up too. Wants to burn it.
Is under attack.
The Doom spell is like a hot pocket. It's like a hot potato. It's like you want to just use it as soon as you have it. Got a decent enough cooldown on it. You just want to use it. They're playing the safe route. Good move. Opting to go ahead and just get the tier 2. You're better to just let this thing go. And Roche will be up soon. Double damage on bottom. Not worth grabbing right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Siege is on. Siege is on. And there you are, so far up. Woo! You're so vulnerable to blinks. Blinks and tower dives. Speaking of Doom,
Radiant's top tower.
there's Roboto. Ironically, the guy who wasn't doomed died first. And Roboto is running back to the fountain. Tower goes down. Roboto's still ticking away. Is he gonna make it to the fountain? Just barely. Kind of redundant. The Doom ticked off after the fact. Fortunately, the saving grace is that Dare is leveled so low that he can respawn fairly quickly and defend this tier 2 tower. All the tier 2s are now dead, and Roche is about to respawn soon. So they're thinking, all right, let's go check it out. Yep, signal from the panda. This is like the world's scariest, ugliest, the goddamn panda. Look at this guy. Look at this fucking panda. He's got fucking antler wings.
Alms for
That
the
is
dead.
about as not panda as you can get. And that's probably one of the reasons, this classic example of why Doom gets banned out. Pretty much first number 1 ban right there. The newest rack, ladies and gentlemen. 6.85. Level 3 to level 4 Scorched Earth is like a Radiance. And then you get then you can add a Radiance on top of that. So that's pretty much a double Radiance burn. A great heal. And then you add like an Octarine core with that, and you're pretty much healing for that, the same amount. It's interesting to have him in the off lane. It worked out though. Just spamming like crazy on creeps and not giving a damn what your abilities were. The only one they see in the lane right now is I Hate You. I think they might have caught a glimpse of lands there, but the Ice Blast will reveal. They're actually kind of dilly-dallying quite a bit too long here. They're going to see him go into Roche, and now the time to safely Roche is over. They're actually risking a buttload of time here. Yeah, they realize that the jig is up. They fucked around a little too long there. Invis rune available up top. I love this, this little armadillo rolling. That was so adorable. Whoa, they are going to pop the Stone Gaze and dive on. They're going to catch Vengreg. Land's going in. He's going to get stoned. Under the cold feet, too. That was pretty fortunate. They're going to keep diving. Busby's going deep, way too deep. He's isolated with no heals available. Oh, the Nether Strike got canceled, but it's still available. Enough Thunder God will finish him off. That's a 1-for-1 trade. They get Ellie, but they get Busby. Ice Blast will clip. Decent shot. But at this point, now Saints and Sinners got him on the run. They're going to go up the high ground. Kiwi in trouble. Not much he can do. 2 more hits and he's gone. Now Doom on Cetabello, nothing he can do. He's just going to keep firing. Now he can keep firing with the Scotty, doing lots of damage at least. Not really the guy to Doom. Now we're down to just one though. Down to just Dare. Usually he's the first one to drop. He will be the last. He will actually make it to the fountain though. Got a fast Doom on the run, on the move, pretty much almost fully hasted. Lucky for him, the drum has expired. A buyback from Robot's not going to do much. They're just going to go straight for the rack here. However, Busby is up in 2 seconds. A lot of ults are now down. Ben Greg's got 30 seconds on his. Lance, his is up soon. No Lincolns for him though. Busby popping the God's Strength. Now look for an opening. Oh, nice Ice Blast. It's going to flip them all. And the nice vacuum. They're all pretty low here. Macropire is going to take out nobody actually. Lance is in trouble though. Time lapse, but nice job. They held him into the Macropire long enough. They will get him. Busby goes down a second time though, so that's a 1-for-1 trade. Cetabello is coming back up though. They will hold their ground just a little bit longer. This is still, every fight is still going SNS's way. It's been nothing but downhill pretty much. They had a little comeback around the 25 minute mark roughly. But it's been nothing but SNS's way pretty much the entire time. They got a tower out of it, so more progress made on the building. On the buildings, they have 1 tier 3 tower left up top, and they will continue to go towards Roche now. On the right side though, Kiwi's Ags is done. Level 2 Ice Blast. Cetabello, able to work on maybe a Lincoln's. Actually looks like he's going to get a Manta. Possible Diffusal? No. No, that's definitely a Manta. And Ben's still, yeah, the lead is getting pretty astronomical. We've got a 3-person lead. Even I Hate You is starting to eclipse by just a couple hundred gold. He'll be up on top. And then after that, it's just Ellie. Even Ellie's in a pretty decent spot here. All things considered, he's doing better than the other support, so you still got that going for you. Another Ice Blast will reveal an almost full health Roche with only 3 people hitting it, so they're like, yep, okay, we gotta go. Wise decision making there. However, Busby picking up a BKB with 10 full seconds on it. Gotta give it to Salty for constantly trying to take the initiative. Trying to get the positioning, trying to get ambushes, trying to get pickoffs. They find Lands, just shy. So close. Lands now with a BK. Well, he's had one for a bit now. This is down to 8 seconds. That is one tanky bug. 7, 8. 8 hits. Jesus. It's one tanky face grab. Took 8 hits by Roche. Are you kidding me? Ice Blast reveals yet again. And White Panda diving right the hell in. He doesn't care. He's taking hit after hit after hit after hit, and he's still shrugging it off. The Scorched Earth tanking like crazy. Lands is just going right back in on Citabella, who is also tanking like crazy. This blow, trading blow after blow. Ben, on the other hand, can't take nearly as many hits. He will finish the job, though, nuking everybody. He takes out 2. Kiwi and Set. Busby, though, going back in. Ben almost dead. Oh, Busby will blink in behind the wall. Finish the job. They will get 3. Oh, they're going to get 4. And Dare, once again, unfortunately, has to head out of here. Got to get out of Dodge. I'm not sure why he's taking off as quick as he is. But he's so squish. I mean, the guy doesn't even really get a chance to get anything off. He could have, I don't know what happened if he just left too quickly or what, but the Macropyre would have been kind of helpful there with the ice path. I'm not sure why he bailed when he bailed, but I don't know if it was a communication breakdown or whatever. I think he left a little early though. Not pointing fingers, it just seemed like something didn't quite mesh up. And that's going to be another Roche. 3 for 2, I think? 3 for 1, 3 for 2. 25,000 gold game. Yeah, Halberd with evasion and a disable. Doom picking up the Aegis. World's ugliest panda with a refresher and I guess an assault cuirass. Yep, that's coming up soon. Getting it built. Just needs a hit the shop, get another 1,000 gold roughly. Rotating around to the top. No refresher yet for Ben. You could start on it pretty soon here, or pretty easily.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Pretty content with what he's got right now. Getting a little aggressive here. You get caught out. White's there to back him up though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Lance is getting a little too far for his own good there. This is very methodical by Saints and Sinners. I mean, most other teams would go for the GG push. They would have gone for the GG push much sooner. Saints and Sinners are not wasting any time. They got their tournament life on the line. And this isn't even a make or break game. They're just taking their time, chipping away, keeping their lead, not risking their lead in any way. I like their playstyle much more. Mainly because it doesn't put anything at risk. I just like the methodical control of the game. You have the lead, you have control, they keep the control. Works really well. They also have done one thing really well that most teams have not been able to do. In the middle of the league, they're actually able to execute a very, very effective split push. They know how to time a split push really well. A lot of times teams will not time it properly. They'll go in too early on one side and not time properly on the other. Saints and Sinners actually know how to time it properly on the other side. They know how to at least get a wave in on one side. They know how to get the creeps in to where you can get. They can just methodically chip away. They're pushing the middle and the top lanes to where the bottom lane will push itself. They have to commit something to the bottom lane eventually, and you could either dive on top or bottom, or top or middle. You'll isolate. It'll force some people away. You can get some pick off. You can get a pick off somewhere. Eventually, if you can find it. Unfortunately, this Aegis is ticking away, but they don't even need the Aegis, honestly. It's more about finding the right moment. It's about finding the Kairos. Finding the perfect moment to commit. Whoa. Nice maneuver. Getting out of there. So they are putting up a good defense here, though. This is a lot like the Saints and Sinners Rasta La Vista match. They're fighting for their lives, literally. Rasta La Vista put up a great defense. They would not. I mean, Rasta La Vista put up a hellacious, I think it was like weeks 5 or 6 against Rasta, and they would not give him the high ground. They tried like 3 times. Oh, Smoke Anchor on the backside. This is the moment they're looking for. Picking him off in the bottom lane. A few critical seconds is all they were looking for. They get a quick pick off on Busby, working on Kiwi now. Dare is a little isolated, a little low. Now they're going to get Cetabello, who's just a little too far from the fountain. They're going to go back in, though. Nice vacuum wall. Oh, my God, they're burning. They're just melting him. White Panda, I have not seen him drop this fast ever. Lions is getting the hell out of dodge. That's the fastest they've ever melted him in the whole game. What a turnaround by Salty. White Panda is just like, wow. What a turnaround. Holy shit, Salty. Way to go. Way to go. That has got to be... Look at that gold swing. With that much of a lead, look how much you're worth. Just finally breaking the 25,000 gold lead, and that's how much you're worth. That's some huge gold right there. Who got those kills? Let's see. Oh, Busby buys back, gets a kill, 2 more kills. So that pretty much covers his buyback. And Cetabello gets 2. So Busby and Cetabello get pretty much all the gold there. Busby from his buyback. Ben Gray getting isolated. Oh, Four Staffs his way out. Okay. They've got to have their own buy. No buyback for Doom. 25 more seconds. Lands is a little too greedy there. He's actually pretty well fed here. Kiwi's in trouble. Got the missile lock. Down he goes. Cetabello. He's looking to have his own buyback now. Got enough money for it. Actually, yes, he does have his own buyback. Unfortunately, Busby just had a buyback 5 minutes ago on his. And he is going fast. Lands is moving fast as hell. Not wasting any time. So Cetabello is going to have to buy back. Dare was actually pushing the bottom lane, which is something you don't do. When you're base racing, you push one lane and that is it. And there goes the mid-ranged. Seth doesn't have any time to waste. He has to buy back now or never. Range down. Soon to be the melee. Here comes the ugly panda. Here comes Set. Buys back, but the racks are already gone. And Kiwi's up. Ice Blast to follow. And they've got 1 set left. 1 set of racks left for Set. 1 tier 3 tower. Is that a veil to the mix for Ben? Why is he not going refresher? Interesting. Let's put a little more love in that. Let's put a little more love in that AOE. Chain Frost, Scorched Earth. I don't know if that's the correct. I don't know if that's the best build for this though. Burst nuke on 2 supports that are squishy. Another which is semi-squishy. I guess against BKBs though. SNS withdrawn. Just for the time being. Yes, Ice Centers have super pushing 2 lanes now, so they can just entirely focus on 1 lane. They did a really good job of getting in there, looking for the right moment, the Kairos moment to literally just go in, get a pick off, and start a fight. But Salty had such a sweet turnaround. I could not believe it. They're going to try the same thing. If nothing else, they could just keep pushing in and let the supers do the work in the other lane. It's going to be even easier for them to do this now. They're pretty much at the exact same position they started at before. Even with the turnaround, even with the push, they're even better off than where they started last time, technically. All BKBs should be up on everybody that has them. Ooh, Refresher's up. Double Doom, double Shivas, double Scorched Earth. Double Blink. Anybody who's level 20 or 25 has got to be hurting right now. one Doom. White Panda going in. One Shiva's popped. Here comes the refresher. Oh no, is he even going to survive? No, he's not! He didn't survive that long. Holy crap. We've got one Rax left. Not set of Rax, one Rax left. Ben Greg on the run. I hate you. I hate you. He's in trouble. He is not going to survive. He's sunlocked to hell. Ben Greg trying to buy time. Trying to mini stun people. No, can we get a mini stun? Any stun? Blink? Can we get a stun? No, no more stuns. Ben Greg, the only survivor. Wow. White Panda dove, but he dove too deep. He couldn't even get his refresher off. And here we go with the base race yet again. We've got supers pushing bottom. Set's going to go ahead and take care of that. Everyone else is literally scrambling. Ben's like, welp, who's got buyback? And lots of people got buyback. Everyone but Ellie on SNS have buyback. So he's got to be feeling good about that. Ben's more than happy to head these guys off at the pass, so to speak. But this is a very split. This is a very split setup here. We've got Roche up soon, and we've got DD Rune bottom. It's gonna swap soon. That rune's gone. If anything, we just stop the bleeding. We are down to one Rax on Salty. That is it. But if anything, Salty is full of surprises. They won their last match in a base race by a cunt hair. I am not kidding. A nut hair. They won a base race against Mega. What was it? Megas? It was literally a base race. I don't even remember, but it was base race against base race, and it was just... It was so close. I couldn't even keep track of, like, the camera. Like, my camera was right here, and what was it? Okay, I think I'm trying to remember. They rushed the top, and they just dunked the ancient. I don't even think it was ancients. I think there was still a mid-rax or something up, and they rushed the top and just dunked it when there was maybe a couple hundred hit points left on their own ancient. And I think megas were hitting it or something like that. It was so unbelievably close. And that was against Boner Soup. It was unbelievably close. Boner Soup had that match. It was so close. It was just so close. I mean, the match itself was so unbelievably close. Let's put it this way. Like, Boner Soup, like, they had the comeback. Let's put it that way. I really thought they were going to force a game 3. I just could not believe it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. Obviously, you can tell by the replay we got 10 minutes left. That's no surprise. You could tell by watching this on YouTube that you probably got like 10 minutes left. You know this. You know the end of this before I do. What I like about this is that it shows best of 3, but it doesn't show 2 matches. So I actually have no idea if this is going into 2 games or 3. So I'm gonna take a little dinner break or whatever, take a nap. I'm gonna get back into casting the rest of this with no idea how many actual games are gonna be in this. So there's no spoilers for me. I'm so excited. I am literally about 3/4 erect for the rest of this match. This set of matches. This set of bello of matches. Musical DCs continue. I know my schedule's pretty full with all the other leagues I'm doing right now, but I still want to finish my first full league with a bang.
Thanks.
Alright, so everybody's respawning pretty much. We still have pretty much a full round of buybacks on Saints and Sinners. And they're full. They have all their racks. They're definitely in a very comfy spot. Refresher's still pretty much done. Refresher's still pretty much ready to go. Saints and Sinners definitely with the advantage, but the momentum is on Salty's corner. They've tried twice to dive for the win on Salty, and they have held their ground. However, every single time, it's come at a price. They're down to 1 melee racks left. Saints and Sinners could do that one more time and just suicide on the racks and get megas. and be happy with it. They could afford to do that. That's a 20,000 gold lead. And they've got buyback. They have that luxury. They can afford to make that tough decision and go for it. Looks like a possible smoke gank. And here we go. For the nuts. For the whole pot. They're pot committed here. Okay, they're not pot committed, but they're damn near committed. They got their hands on their chips and they're ready to put them in there. Courier will reveal. Ping up top by Cetabello. Reveal. Busby's like, well, what the hell just happened? They're gonna grab their Darkster. They get 2 down bottom. Uh-oh. Got a refresher popped on the Panda. Busby's like, he's just doing circles. He's like, where the fuck are they? Lance pops his Shikuchi to keep on juking Busby. And the Swarm's gonna just put a crab on his face. Nope, not quite. Got lucky there. Even with such an advantage for Saints and Sinners, this is still way too close to call. But yeah, they bought back instantly. And 3 minutes and change on his refresher. And middles, they're committed in the mid quite a bit here. A little overextended. If they dove on him here, they'd be dead. But they'd also lose that top rack. So, oh, speaking of which, Land's going to town on it. Down to by about a third already. Catapult hitting it pretty hard. Oh, that's going down. It is down. They got megas. They're committing to that. They're doing that costly dive we were talking about. Down goes Cetabello. Lands diving deep. Lance goes down. That's going to be one. Buyback from Cetabello right away. White Panda gets dusted. They're backing off. 3 die. White Panda's walking out. He's like, job is done. We're done. Let's get these megas in here. And now Salty are like, fuck it. We have 5. And megas are not here yet. They have 3 dead. It's all or nothing. Let's do this. It has to be a GG push right here. We have no choice. They have 2 towers. They have tower buffer. They have to go for the push right here. No, all or nothing. They're like, let's go, boys. Let's do it. And Cetabello leading the way, leading the charge. Ion shells going out left and right. Okay, lied about the ion shells. No time for even grabbing a haste room. That's how much of a rush we're in. Dare will grab it, and he will join the party. Ion shells now coming out. Ice armor for every. What is that? I don't even know. Oh, that was the war cry. Oh, I can grab a quick Daedalus. Good timing for that. All or nothing right here, folks. Megas are on the way. Doom is down. It's about to be back up. Refresher is down. This will take long enough for Refresher to pop, though. I was thinking this is an exhausting push. It's such an exhausting push, but they have to keep doing it, and they're keeping Kiwi back just to keep pulling the megas back. Oh, they're pulling back. Oh no, they are pulling back. It's pushing tier 3 towers is so exhausting on a hero. The megas take out 1 tier 4 tower. 1 left. That's all they got. They're gonna try and do a last ditch push, and Lance is here, but he's all alone. They're gonna pick off Dare. Oh no, Cetabello is dead. That's GG called by Set. That's game 1 going to Salty. Or sorry, game 1 going to Saints and Sinners. Well played. Excellent tactical decisions by Saints and Sinners there. You got to give them credit. That was very, very well played on their part. They had the advantage pretty much the entire game, and they never let it go. These guys are pretty much, I wouldn't say tactical geniuses, but they are great tactical thinkers. When they have the lead, they don't give up a lead. They don't make the GG push decisions that swing games around to so many other teams. If they have the lead, they will not let it go. Yeah, let's put it this way. never give them the lead early game, or you're probably not going to get it back anytime soon. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to get game 2 going. I don't even know if there's going to be a game 3, so I'm going to be rooting for Salty because I like the underdog, and as good as Salty are, they are indeed the underdog in this series. So here we go. Stay tuned.